Hi everyone, welcome to Dining at Tiffany's. I'm Tiffany and I'm here to teach you how to create good food and good conversation. I've been writing for about 2 years on my website at diningattiffany's.com, and I'm starting this channel and all the recipes will be there on my website, so check it out. Today I'm gonna teach you how to make pasta carbonara, which is one of my very favorite dishes in the world. A lot of times, since I love food, I love cooking for others, people ask me, Tiffany, teach me how to cook, right? Sometimes they don't really know where to get started. A lot of times people think there's a specific sequence in which you need to learn how to cook, or you need to take a class. But honestly, what I tell people is choose your very favorite dish that you'd order in a restaurant and learn how to cook that. It can be a little bit intimidating at first, learning all the steps and all the skills, but once you are able to cook yourself your favorite meal, it's such a good feeling. It's so empowering that you can feed yourself something great. Since you did something a little more complicated, you'll have a lot of skills that you can apply to other dishes and you're motivated to just keep on cooking. If you don't know what pasta carbonara is, it's basically bacon and egg pasta, and it's really delicious and it's really easy to make as well. All it is bacon, eggs, cheese, and some sort of veggie. For this recipe, I decided to use rainbow chard. I was at the farmer's market and it's just so beautiful, right? You have your pinks and your yellows and it's really bright. This is a really good vegetable. It's gonna pair well with all the flavors here. If you can't find rainbow chard, or if you don't really like it that much, you can also do some sort of mixed vegetables like peas and carrots. Frozen's really easy as well. You can throw those in here, but today we're going to use rainbow chard. So first step, we're gonna boil water for our pasta. I just filled my pot up with water about halfway in a large pot. And so we're just gonna turn this all the way up to high heat. Throw some salt on so it boils faster, and prep the rest of our ingredients while we wait. The first thing that we're gonna do is chop up our vegetables. And so like most meals in my kitchen they start with garlic. This is really a good way to go when you start cooking. It makes everything taste that much better. So I start with about 3 cloves of garlic. Just pull them right off the bulb, and we're going to chop them right up. The way that you get all the flavor out of the garlic is to smash it. And so all you have to do is take your piece of garlic and lay it flat side down. You take your knife and your hand like this and you smash it. Yeah, so it goes. So 1, 2, 3, smash. So that gets out all the flavor. You could actually kind of see the juices coming out of that. And then you just peel the skin off. So start by chopping it on the long side. Just go straight across. And then you turn it onto its side, and then you cut the other way. This will give you a nice mince on your garlic. So just little small pieces that are going to go all throughout the sauce. So next we're going to cut up our beautiful rainbow chard. I just really can't get over it. It's so pretty, right? I love it. Kind of matches my shirt, right? We're going to eat both the stems and the leaves, and I'll show you how to cut it. So you just take it, and we want to cut off just the end part, because the stem is actually good to eat and it just has a beautiful color that'll brighten up your dish. So go ahead and cut it in half where the leaf meets the stem. Put that there for now, and I'll show you how to cut this up. So we want it into little square pieces, almost like confetti. And you'll see how that goes. So now you'll cut the stem into about like 1 centimeter slices like that, so you get a thin little strip. The texture almost feels like celery. I know that's a vegetable you might be more familiar with, so it'll be nice and crisp. Lord knows I have had accidents with knives in the kitchen. And so you just go like that, and then bring them all together, and this is how we're gonna get those nice little pieces. So I like to flatten it against my knife to get it nice and straight, and then you just cut all the way through. Pretty little pieces. The stem is a little firmer. We can cut these a little bit bigger because they'll cook faster. You can actually roll it up. That might make it faster. So just cut little strips like this. Also gives you a nice, like, kind of crunchy surface to work off of. So next we're going to cut up our bacon and get ready to cook with it. What I love about this dish is because the bacon itself already has some salt in it, it already has some fat in it. You don't need to add any extra oil or salt when you cook it. And you can use any kind of bacon that you like. You can use like a smoked bacon, you can do turkey bacon if you want, whatever you like. So, right over here. So pasta carbonara, it's actually really one of the easiest sauces to make in the world. It's basically eggs scrambled with some cheese. And it's really interesting because when you make this, we're actually not cooking the eggs over the stove. What's going to happen is once we cook the pasta, the heat from the freshly boiled pasta is going to cook the egg. The cheese I use is a grated Parmesan cheese, and I've actually made this before, you know, when you go out to get pizza or something and they give you like a bunch of grated Parmesan and crushed red pepper. I've actually just like busted open a couple of those packets and put it into some eggs and made some carbonara. I crack eggs, you know, a lot of people want to, you know, crack it on the side of the bowl like that, but you actually want to do it on a flat surface, so I just do it on a paper towel on the table. It gives it a better surface so that you don't get shell in your food as much. So see, it kind of gives you a little thing to press your thumb into when you crack it. Break your eggs real quick, and then you just mix it just like you're making scrambled eggs in the morning. Yeah, this is the easiest with a whisk, but you can just use a fork. So as you can see, I'm just moving my fork in a circular motion as fast as I can. Once it kind of gets a little bubbly and you can see that the egg whites have mixed into the egg yolks, then you're pretty much done and you're ready to add the cheese. Just take it, dump it right in. And as you can see, the cheese mixed in there with the egg, it already kind of looks creamy like a sauce. Yeah, and I really love this because the cheese mixed with the eggs just gives it a really like rich, velvety flavor. Cool. So we'll let that hang out, and then we're going to cook up the rest of the things we're gonna put into the sauce, which is the bacon and our veggies. So now that we have prepped all of our veggies and our sauce, we're gonna get cooking. So the first thing you want to do is cook our pasta. So I use whole grain pasta. I switched over from like white pasta to whole grain pasta a few years ago. I know it tastes a little bit different, but I feel like it's worth it. You know how you get that like really deep food coma, right? Which is fine, but I don't like to feel sluggish. You know, I like to feel good. So I feel like whole grain pasta helps you do that. It helps you stay up. So try whole grain. You might like it. I use a spaghetti noodle. I feel like it really works well with the pasta sauce. It really grabs all that that bacon and egg and cheese. All the noodles get down in there, get nice and hot, a little pasta jacuzzi. The next thing we're going to do is get started with adding some ingredients for our sauce. So you're gonna heat up your pan to about medium-high. I always love getting kind of creative with my food, you know, finding ways to put healthy things like Swiss chard into my cooking, and so this is a great way to do that because, you know, back then I would just do what I said earlier, like put peas and carrots in it, but I thought, maybe Swiss chard would taste nice in it, and it really does. It adds some color. It's a good conversation piece at the dinner table, like, oh, what is this vegetable? There's yellow in it, there's pink in it, you know? Makes food more fun, you know, especially when you're trying to eat healthier. So I think our pan is ready. Again, that's at a medium-high. We're going to add our bacon. Sizzle. Nice. So like I said, you really don't need to add any extra oil or salt to this dish because we're using bacon. Every now and then I get a little impatient, so I turn it a little bit higher. So we're just gonna do high heat, whatever. See how it goes. Basically what we're trying to do here is heat up the bacon, get it a little bit crisp, but really we just want to have it release all its good bacon flavor. Whenever I make pasta carbonara with the bacon and eggs, like I don't know if you watch Parks and Rec, but there's that episode where Ron Swanson really wants a steak. He can't get it. Sorry, spoiler alert, but he doesn't get it, and then so he goes to some random diner, sits down, and he's like, I want all your bacon and eggs. And I don't know, I just thought that was hilarious. And I mean, that's the things that we crave, right? Like we wake up like, man, I can go for some bacon and eggs, you know? So why not put it in some pasta? So you know it's really going when it has that nice like sizzle sound to it. You know, it's like, you can kind of start to smell that bacon flavor coming out. Once it starts to get to this point, you know, it's starting to get really hot, you see it kind of curl up a little bit. This is a good time to add some seasoning to it. You don't need to add any salt to it, but pepper always brings out really good flavors in your cooking. So we're gonna add a little bit of ground pepper along the way. And I always use the freshly ground black pepper. I honestly feel like ready-made, you know, like pre-ground pepper kind of tastes like sand to me. Like it just doesn't have any flavor. It's a little bit, you know, pointless, you know. So you want to be purposeful when you cook. So if you're gonna use pepper, use a really flavorful one, right? You want to get you want to just use the best ingredients that you can, and when you ground it fresh, then you get all that like spicy flavor out of the pepper. While you're waiting for the bacon to cook and get nice and brown, make sure that you're still stirring that pasta. A lot of times when you're cooking pasta, especially the thin ones like spaghetti, they can get stuck together, so you want to just kind of mix it around to make sure that you don't get those big like clumps of pasta. You want it to cook evenly. So it's starting to come together nicely. Like if you see this little piece right here that's kind of a light brown, we want all of them to get to that level. So if you ever have any questions about cooking, I'm really happy to answer you. I'm on Twitter at Dining At Tiffs. I'm also on Instagram, so if you make any of these dishes, I would love to see it and see what you made. You could tag me, it's the same, at Dining At Tiffs, and you could use hashtag Dining At Tiffs. So we can all cook together, have a good time, and you know, give each other ideas. It's really awesome. You're gonna move it to the side of the pan, and then we're gonna add our garlic. Not yet, you guys. All right, just the garlic. Be patient. Really quickly, because you don't want it to burn, we're just gonna let it get a little bit hot in the oil. Yum! Do not step away. Yeah, do not step away from your pan when you have little pieces of garlic in there, because you don't want to burn it. That would be very sad. You just want them light brown, but you don't want them like crispy. So quickly, before it's too late, add the little stems that you cut up, and this is gonna kind of slow down the process for the garlic, and also, more importantly, flavor up these little stems here. Just mix it around in the garlic, and this is just gonna have those stems get nice and good. I guess I should probably turn it back down at this point, right? That's why it's getting a little crazy in there. So turn it down to about medium high. Move them around. And I love this, is you can still see all the nice colors in there. So really you only need like a minute for the Swiss chard stems for them to get cooked. And then we're going to add the grains to it. So there you go. Yay, nice and healthy and covered in bacon. Yay. Okay. So once it starts to get a little bit soft, you can just take it off the heat. Moving it once. Okay, and actually perfect timing, the pasta's actually done. Okay, and you have to do this process really fast, and also be careful. You don't want to burn yourself, but so always pour it away from you. And so we're just going to drain your pasta. Okay, we got it, we did it. Okay. And very quickly, there's not a lot of time, we have to move it into the egg mixture. So we're just going to dump it right in there, plop. Okay. To mix the pasta into the egg. So it's gonna be really good. So as you can see, it's really hot right now, and that's how we're going to cook the egg. So do not dawdle, you must do this immediately, otherwise you're going to be serving your friends raw egg pasta. It's actually cooking in there, I'm not lying to you, we're actually cooking the egg. See, look, it's so good. All right. I love cheese, cheese is so good. And just dump it right in. Yeah, so it's so beautiful. It's like, I like to call it like little confettis and a ribbon. It's a little party pasta, I love it. You just mix it all in there. Same thing that you did with the sauce mixture. You just really want to mix all of the veggies in there evenly. So excited to try this. It smells really, really good right now. Yeah, there you have it, and then you can serve it up, and after tossing it in this bowl, you could serve it in a nicer dish or just do single serving. So excited to try it. We just made pasta carbonara with rainbow chard. So excited to eat this right now. It's so good. Alrighty, cheers. One more one. Yeah, you can really taste the bacon in there, and it goes really well with the egg and the cheese. It's so good. Okay, so I really can't wait for you to try this at home. It's so good, that bacon and egg pasta. The recipe's on my website at diningattiffany's.com. And if you liked what you saw, please tell your friends to get with my friends so we can be friends. No, I'm just kidding, but please subscribe on my channel. I'm gonna have a lot of different recipes, different ideas that you can try. Okay, well I hope you enjoy Dining at Tiffany's. We'll see you next time.